Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 46 and it's a special edition. Today, to the date, is 2 years since I took delivery of the AMG. The first time that I saw it live. Previous to that it was just pictures. But that day, today, again 2 years ago, is when I took delivery, and this is what it looked like. A couple of the pictures, I look, especially when I'm in the car, like a kid in a candy store. I enjoy that that day so much. And it has been great for the past 2 years, and I tell you more about it in a minute. So what I decided today, in celebration of a 2-year anniversary since I took this car, is to do a short through memory lane, show you some of the cars that I have owned or have had my hands on over the past many years. Okay. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any actual pictures of the cars that I own, so I had to use stock pictures that I found on the internet. But luckily I found the right colors, the right years, everything related to the cars that I own. So we'll go over those and my experiences with each. Okay, so the trip through memory lane starts with the Nissan 300ZX twin turbo. I love that car so much that I kept it for almost 8 years, and it traveled all over the place. We went from Florida to Vermont, obviously, and back. Once I got it in Virginia and traveled by train all the way to Florida, and it was an amazing car. Leather interior, and the dashboard was all digital, red as you can see in the picture, and it was an amazing car. I enjoyed it very, very much. But I kept it, like I said, for about 8 years, and it was time, basically to sell it. So I sold it to a student, I remember this, to a student from Florida State University. And then after that I got my second car, which was, I believe, a 1990 or so Mitsubishi 3000 GT SL. Beautiful color. It was like a teal blue or teal green, or well, basically teal, and an amazing interior. It was black and white, great looks, as you can see again in the picture. Enjoyed that car very much, but I only kept it for about 2 years because my wife and I started a family, and that's definitely not a family car. The back seats, yeah, you can fit maybe 2 babies there, but not necessarily in the best way or most safe way. So the third one was a family car. It was a Lexus GS 300, and very nice, a sedan, very comfortable, leather interior again, pearl white exterior, very nice ride. Again, enjoyed that car very much. Only kept it for about 3 years. After that I went for something unusual, at least for me. It was a Chrysler, but I liked the looks of it so much. It attracted me so much that I said, okay, let's give it a shot. That was a 300M, the first 300M that came out. So that must have been probably, I don't know, 95 or 96. I can't remember the years right now exactly. So that was the next car. That one I didn't keep, again, for too long. I kept it only for about a couple of years. And I was about, a little bit disappointed about it. Yeah, the ride was okay, but, the transmission was a little bit jerky. So I didn't enjoy it as much. It was a comfortable car, big enough for 5 people. Plenty of space, nice, big trunk. But again, I think it was a step down definitely from the Lexus. But I don't know if you follow the trend. 300ZX, 3000 GTSL, GS 300, 300M. So there's a pattern there, right? Well, that's, I think, where the pattern stopped, because my next car was a convertible Corvette, silver in color with a beautiful red interior. Amazing car. I enjoyed it very, very much, especially in Florida. That's when we were still here in Florida. So Not necessarily a family car, but at that time my wife had a Yukon XL. Well, I don't think it was a DXL, but it was a huge, huge SUV. You know, comfortable for 8 people basically. So didn't think that we needed another big car, so that's why I got the Corvette. It was a C5. I traded in the 300M, got a good price, and got a better deal with the Corvette, because I used to work with GE, General Electric, and General Electric was a contractor to General Motors, so I got a special price on that car. Enjoyed it a lot, drove it a lot here in Florida, but then took it up north to New Jersey when we moved to New Jersey, and it wasn't as enjoyable there. First of all, the winters, I couldn't use it during the winter for the most part, and the roads in New Jersey, to my standards, are terrible. So I had to align that car several times and do the car, not the tire rotations, but basically the alignment a bunch of times because, again, of the roads. From the Corvette, I went to, obviously the car that we currently have, the Mercedes-Benz CLS 500. It is a Mercedes-Benz. It is quality. We had it already for 14 years, and it's going strong. I mean, obviously, for a 14-year-old car, and it has minor issues, but nothing major. So we have enjoyed that car. That car has also traveled substantially all over the place, and as you know, it went with us to the Middle East, and it performed flawlessly. I had the choice. When we moved to the Middle East, should I sell it? It was almost brand new. I had only when we moved for a couple of years. So had I sold it, I would have lost a lot of money. So I decided, well, it has all the safety features that we need. It is a comfortable car, again, a Mercedes, quality. So we decided to take it. So we shipped it to the Middle East, and we decided again to keep it, and we shipped it back to the USA. And I'm not gonna tell you, but I mean, it was easier to take it from here to there than it was from there to here. Not because of Middle East issues, but US issues. Okay, even though it was a US car or a car registered in the US previously and bought here, a lot of issues with customs, a lot of issues with shipping. Well, not the shipping itself, but arriving here in Miami, actually. So, well, again, and in between that and this car, I've had my hands in not too many, actually a few, not too shabby cars. And that brings us to the AMG C63s. What can I tell you? 2 years of bliss, basically. I love that car. I love the looks. I love the performance. Comfortable. I don't know what else can I tell you. I mean, all the safety features that you can think of, for the most part, and a great experience to drive. Even at the stock power, which is, I think, is 500 and so horsepower, is plenty of power. Now that it is tuned at 650 horsepower, it's basically more than I'll ever be able to use. I mean, I haven't been able, yes, I've driven it, quite fast in a couple of occasions, but it has more power than I'll ever be able to use. I mean, if I were in the Autobahn, I'm sure I'll be enjoying this car much more, and the performance of this car much more. But needless to say, it is an amazing car, and I'm still working in mods. As you know, the blackout of the grill, haven't told you about this, but I put carbon fiber, well, these are look-alikes. I mean, these are not real carbon fiber, but look-alikes in the handles for the doors. The spoiler, the rear spoiler, and I'm gonna black out the rear lights. Those are future videos. The next video that I'm gonna make on this car is gonna be changing the star for the lightest star. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this trip through a memory lane, and all of the cars that I have owned, I have never used, or I have never owned a used car other than this one, and this was barely used. When I got it, it only had about 4,000 miles and it was in pristine condition. Well, you know the background related to the hydrolocking, but it was a minor issue, so I took a gamble, you know, a measured gamble, but it paid off very well, handsomely, if I will say. Okay, and I'm very, very happy with it. And the color, the new color, I mean, is just dope. Okay, you know, a lot of people turn their heads to look at the car, and you know, they give me the thumbs up on the highways, on the streets. So I think I made a good decision in terms of the color. Will this be my last car? Well, you have to stay tuned. I'm not sure, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. Once again, related to the live stream, thanks for participating. Thanks for being there for the channel. You know, I feel more optimistic. I need to do more of those live streams because I wasn't aware until just recently, but they do get a lot of hours to the channel that go into the monetization process. So yeah, you know, be on the lookout for the next one. It's not gonna happen anytime soon, but yeah, I'm probably gonna do several ones before the end of the year. Okay, so until the next video, next episode, peace. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care.